Okay, let's get down to this one. I've heard a question asked, discussed and debated for months now. Is DungeonTube dying? Dozens of YouTubers have brought it up. They've talked through tons of different reasons why it's not dying and what's really happening, and everything's going to be fine, but none of them have hit it from this perspective, this point of view. So, no, DungeonTube isn't dying. In fact, it's growing. There are more creators and more content now than there ever have been. The problem is the audience isn't growing at the same rate as the content. It's the same size as it was before. It hasn't grown as much as the audience hasn't grown as much as the content has. So DungeonTube isn't dying, it's becoming competitive. There's only so many viewers and so many watch hours to go around, and every content creator is getting a smaller piece of a pie as a result of that. A few years ago it was easier. It makes it less viable as a primary source of income, or as a sole source of income, than it previously was, than it was even just a few years ago. This is why we're seeing a lot, like so many of the DungeonTubers are diversifying, or running Kickstarters for new games or third-party content for D&D, or selling dice, or going to conventions and DMing live games, or pushing their Patreon more and more and exclusive content. The market is currently saturated. There's people selling limited edition plushies to go alongside their channel. They're trying to draw more audience. They're trying to compete. They're fighting to stay competitive because the market is currently saturated. As I said, we've seen some of the big channels give up and quit, or go on hiatus. They're gonna get in the storm shelter and wait it out, maybe come back later. But and nobody wants to face this and admit it. This is what's really happening. From a viewer's point of view, this is good. It's wonderful from a viewer's point of view that there's this much to choose from. They've got more options of what to watch. In the end, only the strong will survive, or in this case, only the most entertaining will survive. The best will continue on. So here's what's going to come. Here's what's going to happen. It'll be competitive like this for a while, maybe a year or so. A lot of channels will die. A lot already have. And the ones that are left will have a stable audience and much better content than they had previously, than they were producing before. It's happened in other genres. It's happened before, and it'll happen again. 10 years ago, it happened with all the sewing channels. Around the same time, it was the extreme food channels. They all started there got to be too many of them. There wasn't enough space in the market. And a bunch of them died. It happened to the CarTuber channels. Now there's only a few of them left that are still viable. A few years ago it was the medievalists, the sword tubers. And there's only a few of them left. The prepper channels went through the same thing. The paleocraft, the Stone Age work channels. The bushcraft channels and the gun tubers. I mean, that's why they came up with Pepperbox. They got together and built a different market. It was the same result every time. The best handful of channels will survive and continue on with a stable audience and a stable income. In the end, the content will shrink to fit the size of the audience, and it'll be better content. Now, this only applies to big channels. People who produce content for a living. It's got no impact on people like me. I mean, channels like mine, I've got less than 300 subscribers. Okay, it's a good day for me if I get 50 views in a day, at all, with over 600 videos on my channel. 50 views is a good day for me, but guys like me, we can sit on the sidelines and watch the world burn with an honest perspective and learn from it. Maybe someday I will make money doing this. Maybe someday I'll be one of the big channels. I doubt it, but anything could happen. Either way, it'll be better in the end. Only the best channels, the ones with the best content, are gonna survive. Might be a little depressing to think about, but it's the truth as I see it. So anyway, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time.